I think about the future of Athlete Ally, expanding the scope of what it means to be an ally, so much of Athlete Ally's work to date is specifically targeted towards ending homophobia and transphobia in sports, but I also want to educate athletes on how they can be better allies to women or to communities of color or to really anybody who's ever been treated as less than. I think athletes have a very important role to play in the fight for social justice, and that can't happen unless we are intentionally intersectional with our efforts.
Dr. Mike and I are going to sign this pledge because we are committed to what we've just read here on this poster.
I'd like to present Hudson Taylor with the Athletes Ally Day Proclamation here in the city of San Diego.
Your supervisor, Dave Roberts. I want you to know that the County of San Diego to award $25,000 to the marching band for your uniforms for the
The fact that 40% of homeless youth are members of the LGBT community, the fact that 1 out of 4 kids still gets kicked out of their home because of their sexual orientation or gender identity, or the fact that transgender women of color have a life expectancy of 35 years in this country. Suicide is still a thing that happens due to anti-LGBT bullying. We can focus on those small, simple steps that will get us going in the right direction. We can make large-scale change in a very short period of time.
So I think with Hudson Taylor and the Mira Mesa Town Council bringing this resource and saying, I'm here for you, and Hudson Taylor providing his personal information and saying, reach out to me now, in 10 years from now, I'm here for you, I'm a resource, and here's what we're standing behind, open more doors, and just it's been a very beautiful experience.
All of you are leaders of specific sport, specific program.
The way that we change things is not by telling people what is right and wrong, but is instead we change things by redefining our dominant identity. So our motto is victory through unity. Okay? So I think the way that we need to think about this and frame this is, guess what? Diversity is beneficial to athletic success.
Playing high school sports and playing college sports, that was something that when I was playing was almost to the level of being acceptable in those locker rooms, and I think that that's why this message is so important, that we're changing that focus and we're changing that conversation so that kids are not, uncomfortable in the locker room anymore, or uncomfortable trying out for sports, or uncomfortable just being included in any of these programs that we offer here at Mira Mesa High School.
We just kept the fire lit and kept going and moving forward. Today was the product of the hard work, and what an amazing assembly it really truly was.
We sometimes, in the motivation that we have for doing the right thing, our motivation might not be as perfect as it should be, and so always thinking about the fact that when we choose to do the right thing, we all become stronger and better people.
I personally really found the presentation to be extremely inspirational.
I was definitely impressed by the amount of participation for the event. I think a lot of the sports captains are on board.
Just about an inspirational session. And frankly, there are some ideas expressed that after all my many years, even I have not thought of. And I think that the students were remarkable. If you live in Mira Mesa, inclusion has to be a big part of your life. We are an incredibly diverse community. If you can't accommodate things that are different, things that are not familiar to you, Athlete Ally's intention and its foundation and its ideas are, I think, an important part of Mira Mesa. Don't let sorry comment that someone makes about a transgender person or a gay person go by the board. You mention it. You say something. You say, that's not right.
Knowledge is power, and we are only as powerful as the knowledge that we hold.